Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks. And this is a Tech Travel Geeks unpackaging and review of a cable I purchased on AliExpress. Yes, at some point I must have had a few too many whiskies, and whilst browsing the AliExpress app on my phone, ended up ordering more cables from China. This is from a brand we haven't seen on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel before, but I have had a few of them in the past. This is a brand called Toocki. So that's Toocki, Toocki. And I purchased this cable because, just like other cables that we've reviewed here on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel, this one has a display in one of the USB Type C heads, and that will show you the wattage that's passing through the cable. So packaging is pretty straightforward, generic Toocki branded bag, which can be used for any type of cable. Let's open it up and see what the cable likes on the inside. Now, first impressions are that this is quite a light cable. This is a 1 meter cable, and it's a soft braided material on the cable itself. The two heads, the two USB-C sides of the cable, one has Toocki branding on it. It has blue plastic head cover, and the other has a blue plastic head with the display and a little logo to say that there is a 100-watt capacity on the cable. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that there is also a 66-watt cable, which is less expensive, but I went for the 1 meter and 100-watt cable, as well as the USB Type C heads, which have orange on the inside indicating that they are quick charge compatible as well as power delivery compatible. We have a Toocki branded cable tidy. It's a little Velcro one, as many other ones are, but it does have Toocki branding on it. So this puts it as a direct competitor, in my view, to some Essiger cables we have unpackaged and reviewed here on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. So, first test, I'm going to pop this into my 140-watt VoltMe charger into one of the USB Type C ports, and we'll keep the end that does not, that has the display in it. Now, I've managed to run the Xiaomi Mi 11T or the Xiaomi 11T Pro 5G down to all of 3% battery. So I'm expecting great things of this. Here we go. So it does say that we're getting quick charge, and it's gone all the way up to 19, 37 watts, 40 watts. It really is starting to ramp up. So 42, 43. So it seems to have settled around about 42, and now it's jumping up to the 70 watt mark. So we are definitely seeing an impressive throughput here. It's more than 66 watts. So that's a really good sign. So what does the Xiaomi say about that? So it's currently charging at 72 watts. It's more than 66. And let's see what the settings on the phone say about this. It's already charged 5% in that time, so I'm really quite happy with that. We'll see battery. So it says that it will be 31 minutes until the phone is fully charged. So this must be running close to the maximum wattage that the Xiaomi Mi 11T Pro 5G can charge at. As you can see, it's going at an insane speed. We're already at 11% battery, so it does help that we're in a low charge state, but we have essentially just got 11%, 12, we're almost at 10% battery charge in the space of a few seconds. Less than 3 minutes, and we're already at 10% battery charge. According to the indicator, we're charging at 70 watts. That's probably realistic. Obviously, there will be charging management on the smartphone and the appropriate charging with there. So you do get what is branded as super fast charging from Xiaomi on here. It's already at 15%, so I'm impressed, I really am. So this Toocki 100 watt cable works with Xiaomi's super fast or ultra fast charging. Let's see how it performs with, for example, the Google Pixel 7 Pro. In this case, I have managed to run it down to less than 20% battery. We'll plug in the cable. Toocki has straight off bounced up to 14%, 14 watts charging, 16, and we've just broken the 20 watt charging barrier. The Google Pixel 7 Pro is only capable of charging at 30 watts. And as we watch the power fluctuating through the cable, it seems to have settled around about 20 to 22 watts. Okay, so obviously the Google Pixel 7 Pro isn't capable of taking much more than the 20 watts that we're seeing here. It's actually just creeping up to 23. So again, really quite positive result here. Obviously the Google Pixel 7 Pro was not at such a low level as the Xiaomi 11T Pro 5G was, but nonetheless, it's working. So we've looked at Xiaomi and Google. Another important brand to look at is Samsung. Those cunning old Koreans have their own super fast charging, which is rated usually at 25 watts. Let's see how that performs. Now, here we go. So we see there, it says that it's super fast charging, 69%, 37 minutes until full. And according to the Toocki cable, it's super fast charging at 14-15 watts. It could go a little bit faster. Apologies for the dust here. My kitten Ronan has been sitting on this phone this afternoon, obviously. And so we're bouncing around 15 watts. According to Samsung, that is super fast charging. 36 minutes until full. Obviously, Samsung's charging standards are a different game altogether. Right, next up, another phone we've been doing quite a few videos about recently. A device which is Honor. It is using a slightly different standard for charging. Let's see how much it pulls in terms of wattage. Sadly, this phone is already at 95%. It says that it's supercharging, but it's only taking 6-7 watts, maybe 10, because the device is already in the 90s in terms of charge. But the phone does recognize that it is plugged in to a cable that's capable of carrying more power, and it is plugged into a 140 watt charger. Interestingly, we are now up to 15 watt charging with the Honor Magic 5 Pro. So good result there for a device that's already pretty much charged. Right then, let's see how the Toocki cable performs with my Chromebook. Oops, I've just bashed things here. So this is my Lenovo Chromebook Duet. I'm plugging in, and it goes straight up to 20 watts. I believe this one maxes out at 25 watts because it is the MediaTek chipset Lenovo Chromebook Duet. Let me just tap the screen on. So you can see that it has gone up to 23, 25 watts. That's because it's the MediaTek powered Chromebook Duet. All as expected here. Again, this wasn't a fully flat Chromebook. It was in a pretty decent charge state. So it works well with my Chromebook, which is a pass from me. Next up, let's have a look at another tablet computer. In this case, it's the Honor Pad 8. Great device. I've been using it whilst traveling recently. It does a decent job with media consumption, thanks to that lovely, lovely display. Let's just switch that on to make sure it's actually on. Okay, the tablet is actually starting up now. So it'll be a moment whilst that happens. But as you can see, the power is fluctuating, the tablet's turning on, deciding how much power it wants to actually pull from the charger. And at this moment in time, it's still around 6-7 watts. So Toocki seems to be doing its job here. The Honor Pad 8 does use Qualcomm's quick charge, but it's already gone up to 15 watts here, 16 watts. And last but not least, we'll leave this up to the last. We'll test this with my laptop, the HP laptop. But as you can see here, it's already the Honor Pad 8's already pulling 20 watts consistently as it's starting up. So very, very good sign here for the Toocki cable. Right, as I said, last but not least, the HP laptop. So we have 0% charge at the moment. Obviously the laptop is actually off and it's starting to pull power. Let me open up the screen and pop this on. Little light plastic on button. Great, so we've jumped up to 20 watts as it turns on, and now that the actual BIOS has booted up, it's starting to pull more power. So we just bumped into the 30 watt range there. I have just unlocked the laptop, so it should now be in Windows. And it is a pretty much flat battery, so this should be able to, once it's gone through the full Windows startup and it settles down a bit, pull a little bit more than that. So we're getting lots of notifications in here, and as that was happening, it's gone up to 59 watts. Now, this HP laptop is capable of charging at up to 65 watts. And the fact that we're now seeing it steady at 59 is a really, really good sign. So I would say that this Toocki cable, having gone through a variety of devices, through a PD charger, which is capable of 100 watts, we saw it do well more than 60 with the Xiaomi device. With my laptop, it's now powering at around about 60 watts for a 65 watt capable laptop. This is a really good sign. So yes, I think that this cable is a good cable from Toocki. I did only purchase in this case, the 1 meter cable. As someone who has just realized this can be used for a laptop as well, and it actually works as advertised as a 100 watt cable, I would probably go for a longer one just for the ease of practically using this with my laptop and other devices. Obviously, if I had this on the desktop with my charger, it would be fine, but I would probably like having a little bit more flexibility. But let's talk about the key thing here. I purchased this on AliExpress. It was an impulse buy at £2.50. So that's £2.50, around about just over $3 US. I think this Toocki cable is amazing value for money. It has a display that tells you what wattage is going through it. It's pretty soft and nice braided, so it's less likely to tie itself in knots if popped in a bag without the cable tidy. There's a nice Velcro cable tidy, so you pretty much have everything you need here. So good cable in my view. I will link in the description to where you can purchase one. I can recommend this at this point. And if you have any questions or you'd like to know more, please do leave us a comment in the section below. And as usual, I invite you to subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, such as cables, and anything else we think makes the travel experience better. But for now, if you made it this far into this video, thank you, and thanks for watching. Goodbye from us.